that second serve return has to go in, though. He's done that a couple of times. What a waste.
Yeah, just when either players had a little momentum, Shapovalov had 15-30 on that previous return game, and there Safin at love 30. Neither player's really been able to sort of grab this match and crack it open just yet. That'll help.
Well, it's been one break in the opening two sets so far. Have we got another one right here? Early opportunity for Safin and Team Russia. Well, now Medvedev is feeling back in the locker room. Well played.
Yeah, didn't panic. This net cord really could have gone anywhere, and probably favourable there for Shapovalov.
That's where that love 30 second serve return miss hurts big time, because you know, if he gets this big first serve in, there's sometimes no say in the matter.
Yeah, 216k an hour. That's the biggest serve he's produced all match, and you look at it and go, well, he's redlining, or he's on the edge. Maybe. A great execution under extreme pressure so far here from Shapovalov.
Just releases the pressure, doesn't it?
Maybe that's nerves, Fitzy. Just a lack of feet on the return there. He got a little tangled up.
Still in this game.
Yeah, he's so close here, isn't he, Safin? He's 14 points away from really putting Russia into a big favouritism.
Well, he's and $100,000 check just for this just.
He's pretty rock solid on the forehand, isn't he? The technique's there is beautiful and great control. I mean, he's hammering that forehand. I know the ball was sitting up, but you've still got to be good enough to make it on the break point. I feel like whispering Jack here.
Yeah, you should have reached out and given Chapo a high five, Fitzy. He's so close to you down there.
I'm staying well out of it, Josh, I promise you.
I would have high-fived him after that serve and forehand. It was just incredible.
Well, 3 break points already in this game have come and gone.
Oh, that ball toss way too far over his head.
Yeah, well, that was halfway down the net. He totally lost that one. Goodness me.
Second double in the game.
Does Roman know how close he is here, do you think? I'm sure he does.
I mean, it's funny, isn't it? When you're out there playing, sometimes you don't see it, but from where we sit, we can really see it. It's crystal clear. You know, it's funny when you coach a player, you speak to them after the match, and you will say it at that 2-1 juncture.
Edging to within 1 game of giving Canada an important advantage in this 3-match tie.
Gee, what a 4 points. He just played right there.
How we'd love to finish here. Safin for Team Russia, serving to stay in this number 2 singles.
Good to know.
I'd love to see Saffelin hold here. Just ask the question. Give himself one more chance to break. Such a compact backhand. Nothing will go wrong. Technically perfect. Just a little short jab, takes back and follows through the line of the ball.
It's very Russian, isn't it?
Oh.
There's some Safin in there, there's some Kafelnikov. Even a little Medvedev. That's how.
It's a prerequisite, isn't it?
That's how they make them in Moscow.
Yeah, a great double-hander if you're from anywhere within a couple of hundred Ks of Moscow. That's not bad either. Times it to perfection, right out in front. Not easy for a one-hander. Once the ball jumps and gets high above the shoulder, it gets really hard, but that was perfect.
Still some more in this, but it will be Team Russia who will serve for this number 2 singles.
That'll help. Well, it's been a really awkward 2.5+ hours for the world number 14 against the man from the Challenger Tour. He won't be there for long. The Challenger Tour, the way he's played this week.
He was in real trouble early on in this final set. Shapovalov really showing his quality out here. And the young Canadian now with triple match point. Shapovalov gives Team Canada the early lead. Well in excess of 2.5 hours. The 22-year-old comes through 6-4, 5-7, 6-4.
Brilliant from Dick. Got that off of his back, and now it's certainly feels like a lot of open road for Medvedev in the hard courts. He is a hard court exceptionalist. He is not as exceptional results-wise yet at the All England Club or at Roland Garros. Has made a quarterfinals in Paris, but has struggled on the clay. But on the hard courts, Todd, he has established himself as right up at the tip of top along with Novak.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be the best of 3 tie-break sets. Team Russia won. 15 love.
One's in the middle of the court.
Patrolling so deep on the baseline, as is his want, is Medvedev, and then he has that laser-like accuracy on the pass. Come in with great care if you're Team Canada against Medvedev. Good patience from Felix Auger-Aliassime, who also should have great confidence, having had his best win by ranking ever in his last match when he beat Zverev, who he'd beaten before. But when he'd beaten him the prior time, Zverev was ranked number 6. This time, Zverev is number 3. That's his first top 5 win. That's a big milestone.
Do you think that's his best career win? It is by ranking. What would you say his best win is?
Maybe beating Zverev at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And Zverev was number 6.
What about beating Roger on grass without take ranking out of it?
I mean, Roger on grass is great, but after a couple surgeries, but you know, for the rocking chair with your grandkids, I think you start there.
I think you're right, yeah.
People won't know the details then.
And a nice opener for Team Canada. That's 3 aces along the way. And courtside to take us through the action. So warm welcome to Colin Fleming. And what's happening down there, Colin?
Yeah, thanks, Todd. Really impressive opening hole there from Felix. In a bit of trouble at 15:30. And I can tell you, conditions-wise, it is warm and humid down here courtside. We've obviously got the roof keeping the sun off and keeping the wind out. And I think that could play a factor here. Probably improve Auger-Aliassime's chances, because I think, you know, the aggressive style of tennis he has to play, he has to execute such a precise and high-level match here. And had it been a bit of wind. It's going to be interesting to see how Medvedev plays the baseline points as well. I felt in that US Open semi-final he was actually fairly aggressive, you know, by his standards, and it'll be interesting to see if he looks to do that again to prevent Auger-Aliassime, you know, just dictating every point.
30 love.
it'll be interesting as this match progresses and we get a little deeper in. We'll keep an eye on our Hawkeye stats about length of points and who wins the longer rallies. This one does good depth, skids off a little bit, catches Medvedev, but you would expect that the longer the rally goes, the happier Medvedev is against Auger-Aliassime.
I would agree with that, Todd. I was actually pre-match just had a quick look at Felix's stats against Zverev. Obviously, as you guys rightly said, a huge win for him, and he actually managed to win 61% of the points over 9 shots against the German, which surprised me. Shows you how well he played.
And that's something, Jim, that is an improvement for Auger-Aliassime, because in the locker room talk, there are a lot of players that between the two young Canadians, it's Shapovalov who's the big shot maker, and you feel a little more pressure. The talk is with Felix, if you keep the ball in 5, 6 or 7 times, he starts to panic within a point and goes a bit too big too early.
Yeah, I think it's part of the maturity process for him of learning how to manage his immense assets. He's got so many tools in the toolbox.
Hole for Medvedev.
It's the same discussion, Todd, for Felix that a lot of young talented players have to have with their coaching staff is, okay, how am I losing the matches? You know, what am I doing that is self-defeating? And it's almost always the loose, unforced errors, the bad shot choices, where better shot selection, going for more percentage tennis, really changes them from streaky players to consistently good players. Because when Felix is on his day, he's got a monster serve, he moves great, can play defense and offense, good technique. The guy broke into the top 20 year end as a teenager. That doesn't happen very often in the last decade.
Jim Curran gave the oh no as that return was being made.
I mean, he went out of vision on the camera, Medvedev. He was in his team zone effectively. Squash shot return.
But there was hesitation from Auger-Aliassime.
Well, he can't believe it happened. I can't believe, you can't, nobody can believe that that ball came back the way it did.
Second break point.
That's where serve and volley is very much an option. And this has been the struggle for Felix over the course of his career, winning second serve points. Can he do it against one of the best returners? We'll see.
No, he can't. The forehand error into the net gives Team Russia the break, and it'll be Medvedev to serve for the set when we come back at 5-4.
15 love.
When you watch Daniil play too, one of the things that he's been able to do, Jim, in his game over the last couple of years is, you talked about how impressive he is with serve. He gets through some service games quite quickly. So he kind of relieves that pressure off his own service game and then can focus on trying to break. It's one of the things that Federer has done so well, kept his career
40 love.
moving along and being able to keep him out there for so long. But very quickly, once again on serve. 40 love and 3 set points. Takes it out with an ace, and Team Russia take the opening set in 39 minutes, 6 games to 4. Because, yeah, it's nothing working here. It's just the same stuff being thrown there, isn't it?
I think that's an option, Colin. I think serve and volley out wide should be deployed as well for Felix.
Yeah, and with the doubles in mind, get the serve volley going. He's going to be using it in that form of the game, there's no doubt. This has been a really disappointing performance for Felix. I was courtside for his win against Zverev, and that was across at the Kuros Bank Arena, slightly different conditions, and I was so impressed with the way he executed his game. He towed the line between patience and aggression. It just hasn't happened for him today, and that's a nice moment there. But you know, Medvedev is probably, what, third gear, guys, and he's just so comfortable out here.
The volley, that's a good one. Trying to keep the points short quickly to 4 love.
That's what happens with Medvedev in two times for him. When he's got a huge lead on the scoreboard, you might see him explore some other options like that. That volley, boy, he'd use a lot of racket to get some. Look at the racket come across his body. It is doing a lot of work. And it worked out fine. He tries to get it to the line, and it's no good. And it's just a byproduct of how good Medvedev is right now. Medvedev reading the play beautifully, and a chance to get the knockout blow here, a third break.
Does get the third break, so we're just a game away now from Team Russia taking this one and going to a deciding doubles. Medvedev leads. That's flawless from Medvedev.
Team Russia. 2 sets to love. 4-6 love.
An absolutely flawless and complete match from the world number 2. Daniil Medvedev off to his team zones and to shake hands with Team Canada, and he'll be back out here to do battle again shortly in the doubles. Disappointment though for Felix Auger-Aliassime.
Yeah, that's a learning moment for him, isn't it? He just ran up against arguably the best hard-court player in men's tennis in the last season. He and Novak split the 2 hard-court majors and play each other in both finals. And Medvedev didn't really have an off-season. Won the Davis Cup with Russia. A couple of weeks off, here he is. And after that challenging opening match where the conditions seemed to be problematic for him, as well as his opponent, the talented Frenchman Hugo Humbert, that